Hello everyone and welcome to a new video. Today I am filming my year in review and goals for the next year video. So basically I read 300 books in 2020 and what's next? My main goal for 2020, if you didn't know, because I have only been talking about it all year, which is fine, because maybe you're new here, which is fine, was to read 300 books. I just wanted a very challenging year because 200 books is, you know, almost a book every day, and it has been a lot, I will admit it. I was basically saved by audiobooks and manga. Without those I will be dead. Also reading very short books, like averaging in 300 pages books instead of up to 500 and stuff. I avoided longer books because I knew it were going to take me a long time, and also a lot of procrastinating because I had school and other things to do, but I couldn't do that, so that there I couldn't read. So I had a lot of days where I didn't read a lot, and for me I would want to read like every single day a lot, like at least 200 pages. That didn't happen every single day, and if I had done that consistently throughout the year, I don't think I would have struggled as much, because I had 1 month where I read like 15 or 18 books, but I should have been consistently being 25 every single month. Then some months I wouldn't have to read over 30 and stress a lot. If anyone was interested, do a video where I could talk about tips on how to read more and how to be consistent in your reading. But my main tips, not that anyone asked, is to just decide to do it, literally. Like, I was so determined to do it that I knew I had to push myself so hard in certain months to like be able to know that I was going to make it. I chose reading over a lot of other things that I wanted to do, which is why I'm going to talk about 2021 in a moment, on how my mindset changed. Like, I didn't do as many videos as I wanted to do, for example, different, more creative videos I knew were going to take a longer time. I didn't do important shit in my life that I probably should have done. I was just like, next year I will do it all, because now my main focus is reading, which is why I would never set myself on reading 200 books every single year, because then all my energy and time would go into so much reading that I don't have time for other things in my life that I have found out that I enjoy. I love reading and it will always be my first priority, but there's other things in my life I would do as well. And that is okay. It is allowed to do more than one thing, even though your main interest may be one other thing. Yay! But overall, the year has been a bit of a struggle, but I did it and I knew I was gonna make it. I just feel like I struggled more than I should have because I didn't read certain days. Many days actually. And then suddenly I had to read like 10 books in a week. Would have been better if I just had, you know, been consistent, but we humans, we are never consistent, so it's fine. Okay, some stats. I read 303 books. I didn't even read 300 straight. I read 3 more for the end of the year. According to Goodreads, I read 104,083 pages. So over 100,000 pages in a year. Applause! That's great. I don't think my reading will ever be this good again, but I would love to do like 1 year in my life somewhere along the road. Maybe when I'm like old and a pensionist, is that what it's called in English? I would want to read like 500 books in a year. That is like my ultimate reading goal 1 year, but it won't happen now. Maybe if I win the lottery, I can just sit down and read for the rest of my life. That's fine. I'm fine with that. So that was my main goal. I read short, I read quick, and now for 2021. So I have more. Oh shit, I'm like falling because I can't stand on my own 2 feet. In 2021 I have more like life goals, as well as of course reading goals, because as I just said, I had to choose reading over everything. But there's things I want to do, and then I just felt like I didn't have time for them because I managed my time so badly with the reading. If I managed my time better, I think I would have time for more things. So first of all, I will try to start writing again, as already I'm itching the 5th and I haven't written a single word. I wanted to start in the new year, but the year is long. Oh my god, the procrastination is already starting. But I want to start writing. I want to finish the first draft of our book. I feel like I spoke so big now. I don't know if we will be able to finish the first draft, but I want to at least start writing some short stories and stuff just to get into it again, because I didn't write at all in 2020. Ouch, that hurts. The last time I wrote anything serious was like in the beginning of 2019, before I went to Japan. That's a way too long time ago. I want to get into that. We will try to finish our first draft. Might not happen, but we will start it. And that's a start. That's the most important thing. So writing is high on my goal. I also want to try to get my driver's license, which is like a very much of a life thing and not a reading thing at all. My parents really want me to have it, and I want to have it now, because now I'm getting older I realize it is kinda nice to have. Just that the driver's license in Norway is like super strict and super hard to get. So it's like effort. I need to read the theory, and my brand says was tuned on auto reading in 2020. So I think in 2021 I can be able to do it, and I hope I will get it. I hope you will see me in the end of 2021 saying that I got it. So that is my hopes for that. Other than that, I don't have any other life goals, I think. I also started journaling. I haven't done that before, and I started now, and I'm really happy about it. I'm very much... It was hard for me to start. I sat literally staring at the journal for like hours before I was able to even write a single word on a page, because I'm such a... I expect so much of myself that I like, if I can't have it this way, I don't want to do it, but then I did it anyway, and it was okay. Like, it's not perfect, but it will be fine. For reading goals, because that's what we all hear. I had put my goal on Goodreads on like 100 books, and I'm fine with that. If I read 100, I will be fine. Hopefully I will read 200, but I don't see that happening because of my one certain reading goal, and it's because 2020 I read so many short books. I'm not saying I won't read short books in 2021, but I am also going to focus on long ones, and by long ones I mean adult fantasy, and they're usually very long. So like we're talking about like 800 to 1,000 pages here, and I am deciding to read at least like 2 or 3 of those every month. We will see like on the reading plans. And my goal usually is to read 100 pages each day. So we have to imagine that a book is 1,000 pages. If I read 100 pages each day, it would take me 10 days to finish it. If I read 3 of those in 1 month, it will literally be like the 30 days of the month. So I will only maybe be reading like 3 books a month. It won't be that, or it will be a bit more, but like in theory. That's why my like stats in amount of books were much lower, but I am fine with that, because now I want to read all the long books I had on my TBR for such a long time, and books I just been hearing about for like years. I want to get to them. I didn't give myself time for them in 2020. So like, for example, Way of Kings and Name of the Wind, books I'm gonna get to. I'm making a whole out of fantasy books I want to read in 2021, so it will be soon. So you will see some of the series I want to start, and if you have any recommendations, please leave them down below, because I want to know. But yeah, in theory then I will read much less. I still do have my Gotta Think for Season challenge, which is 4 books every month, and I usually pick not like the longest books for those, or like it varies, but usually I just pick normal size books for those, and I always read those first. So I think I will read those, and then also like then thereby after that picked out of fantasy books, except like for readathons and for arcs and stuff, if I for some reason have that. And yeah, I also will still of course be reading 1 manga in between every second book, so it'll still be a few books, but it's not like I will read 25 each month anymore, which is okay. And also like if I hadn't had Gotta Think for Season, by the way, and I only read like Adult Fantasy, and so many of the older Adult Fantasy are like the big ones, so many of them are whites, I would then literally, if I hadn't had like Gotta Think for Season or something else to reprieve from that, also I think I would go insane if I only read like 1,000 pages books or 800 plus pages books. I will only read like books by all white dudes. That would be so bad. So yeah, it's good that I have like a balance. Like that is my goal, but also I have something else to balance it, because or else I think I will go insane. That's like my main goal, but I do also realize like I don't have a billion Adult Fantasy series, but I have a few, and I think there is more out there that I just don't have on my shelf. I will make that video, and then you can leave recommendations to me in that video or in this video, whatever. I move my hands so much to this video, I don't know why. That is my main goal, and I'm very excited. 100 books, I think it will be fine. I also think it's insane that it's just my goal on 100 books, like super casually, like, oh, that's nothing. It's so weird, because a few years ago I could barely get through like 20, and now I made reading into my first and only love in my life. I finally maybe have time to like play some games, play through maybe Witcher 3 and do other stuff, because now I have time. When I finished 300 books, by the way, and the year was over, like we went into 2021 a few days ago, I was like free. There was like this free feeling. I had like this weight over me all year, like I need to read, and it was so intense. Like I put it on myself, I can't blame anyone but myself. But now in 2021 I just feel like I can breathe, and it's the best feeling. I loved being able to do what I wanted to do, but oh my god, it was pressure, and now I am free and it feels great. Now I don't feel guilty when I do anything else all the time, just like a bit. Should be the year. I forgot to mention that I will finish Wheel of Time, but we will talk about it in that other video. Okay, I'm very excited to see how 2021 will go, how much BRs will go, finding the balance between like picking new releases, other fantasy books, gotta think for season, etc. Like seeing if I can balance it all. And sequels, because I should finish some series in my life at some point. But overall, I'm very excited to have a bit more of a chill reading year, but at the same time not, because I need to use a lot of brain cells for these books. I don't have any, so yay. Overall, very excited that I finished 300 books and that I did my goal, and now I can be proud in my book loving heart. I think that's it. Talk more about your goals for next year. This year, I mean, down below if you want to, and you will see me very soon in a new video. Leave a goal emoji down below if you like this, and thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.